Mullion garnered attention from the get-go when he broke his maiden by 10 lengths and was named a TDN Rising Star. The full brother to Derby winner Mandaloun never returned to the track after that win, but the Juddmonte team now has high hopes for their homebred stud career at Sequel, New York.
Well, I think even in an operation like us at Juddmonte, we go through a lot of horses, and we obviously are lucky enough to race an awful lot of top-class horses. And then there are prospects that come along every year or two that absolutely stand out. Mullion was absolutely one of those obvious horses. He was the star of his crop all the way through. He had an air and presence about him in everything that he did. When he came back in that performance back at Churchill Downs, when he ran a 4 on the rags and did it with his ears pricked just effortlessly, we saw something that beyond a shadow of doubt was right up there with some of the greats that we've been lucky enough to race over the years. And unfortunately, reoccurrence of a relatively minor issue, but enough to put him on the sideline for too long, made us think, well, now what do we do with him? And I really was motivated to try and make this horse a success at stud, because I had that high of an opinion of him as a racehorse, as a looker, and obviously with his magnificent classic pedigree as well. So that's when I met Becky, and we jumped headlong into a plan and offered to even put some Juddmonte mares into his book, really try and make him the success that I hoped he would have been if he had been accomplished enough to stand in Kentucky. Mandaloun stood for 25,000 last year, and I mean, we were absolutely swamped with mares and got a really good book of mares, bred over 200 mares. When you're talking about an equal opportunity for New York breeders with a horse that we feel had similar ability, probably even faster horse, our guess is that he would have been more of a miler type than Mandaloun. Obviously same pedigree, same exceptional looks, so it's a great opportunity to access the exact same genetic makeup, but in New York, and not having to come down to Kentucky and pay Kentucky prices for it. It's that raw talent, that raw brilliance that people seek out in stallions, and definitely Mullion fits the bill.